It really started like a cycle of perversion.
I was desensitized at a very, very young age to things like pornography and explicit materials and drugs and alcohol and all kinds of stuff. There are a lot of consequences that happen as a result to children being desensitized young. And so I wanted to bring Jasmine on and share a story. We can learn from this, a very common pattern of raising kids, and that is exposing them to material at way too young of an age. Jasmine, that happened to you, is that right?
Yeah, at the age of 4. I was raised in a two-parent home, um, for the most part, and my parents were fairly young. My dad was like 20, maybe 27, 28, something like that. So young parent of 3 kids at the time. And my first exposure to adult content was at 4. And it was in a way that some people might not think it was really serious, but my dad, he might not have thought anything about it. He wanted to watch this new movie that had came out in 1996 called Booty Call, and it's with Vivica Fox, Jamie Foxx, Bernie Mac. I had never watched it again, but he set us all down to watch this movie with him. And my point of view as a parent now, I would think like maybe he just wanted us all to be in the living room with him. He's a family man, so he likes us all together, but it just was not the right movie. Definitely not. We should have watched I don't know, the Disney Channel or something together. But yeah, so he had it on, and I remember the scenes I was looking at. So in the middle of the movie, I didn't even stay to the whole ending of it. I went to my bedroom and I got a stuffed animal for my bed, and I started doing what I was seeing on the screen. And I remember that so vividly, and I believe God wanted me to remember that so that I can share with other parents and share with other people how that impacted me as a child. It really started like a cycle of perversion just from watching a rated R movie.
Today, what we find is a pattern of kids having access to their cell phones and gaining access to pornography at way too young of an age, and then living those scenes out with other kids. And so it's a horrible, horrible pattern of abuse that we're seeing on peer-to-peer. You became an adult. Did you confront your dad about that?
I never have. This has been a memory I've never shared it with anybody. I think I may have told one friend in the past because we were talking about similar things, but I had never just talked about my first exposure to masturbation, all these things, was because I saw a movie. And I was like, why did I remember this? When you're 4, you don't really, some things are very, you lose the memories of a lot of things when you're that age, but that is stuck with me. And I think God wanted me to know that so that I can further protect my son and, other children coming up in my generation, and also to understand how the spirit realm really works when children are exposed to these types of things at a young age. Like you said, the peer-to-peer, I began to see that in my own family. And one thing that I do know is that the people before us, like my mom and her generation, and before her, they were doing that too. It was the same thing with them. They were molested, and they were sexually abused by uncles and stuff like that. And so, since having the understanding now, I'm like, wow, this was an open door just to continue that cycle in the next generation.